Hi everyone, so my name is Marley Kerlick, and in this video I'm going to be demonstrating movement patterns and some movements. But first I'm going to start off by explaining the planes. So our body is divided up into 3 planes. Our first plane is going to be our sagittal plane. So our sagittal plane is going to divide our body into rights and lefts. Next, we have our frontal plane, and our frontal plane is going to divide our body into our anterior and our posterior sides. Next, we have our transverse plane, and our transverse plane is going to divide our body in our superior and inferior parts. So superior parts up above, inferior parts below our waist and above our waist. Next, I'm going to get right into demonstrating some movements. The first movement I'm going to demonstrate is going to be shoulder abduction, so taking away, and shoulder adduction, adding it back. So right now I am going to be doing shoulder abduction, so I'm taking it away from my body, and then for shoulder adduction I'm going to be adding it back to my body, so I'm bringing it back. Abduction, adduction. Next, I'm going to go into lateral flexion, so our lumbar spine, and I'm going to do a lateral flex. So I'm going to do this by turning sideways so you can see the lower part of my spine, and that's our lumbar spine, and I'm going to bend with my lower spine and touch my hands to my knees. So here you can see my body is forming a C shape. Another way you can do this is by laying on the ground, on your back, putting your feet shoulder width apart, bending your knees, and bending forward like a sit-up. Next, I'm going to go into knee flexion and knee extension. So flexing my knee up and then extending it. I'm going to do this by turning sideways and then bringing my knee up. So flexing it up to my buttocks, and then for extension, I'm going to extend my knee. So here you can see my knee and extending it outwards. So I'm extending it, extension. And then I am now flexing it up, extending it out. After that, I'm going to go into hip, medial, and lateral rotation. So for this one, I'm going to bring my knee up to 90 degrees, and then I'm going to rotate it inwards. And this is medial rotation, so I'm bringing it inwards towards the middle part of my body. And then now for lateral, I'm going to keep my knee up in 90 degrees here, and then I'm going to rotate it outwards. So lateral, so inwards, outwards. Again, you can do this by having someone laying on a table, nice and relaxed, and then you bending their knee up to 90 degrees and bringing it inwards to the medial part of your body, and then bringing it lateral to the outside, and that's how you can